but I feel like we try significantly harder than every other LCS team right now. So can I have context on that play?
Sure.
I am just terrible at math.
What's your vibe check on 100 Thieves?
Them, NRG, and Shopify are like the 3 worst teams in the league right now.
And then you tweet afterwards that it's just Shopify. What can I say? I'm joined by APA. APA, that was a game for sure. As a Shopify fan, it hurts. And then you tweet afterwards that it's just Shopify. What can I say? Yeah, like a dagger. But it's okay.
Sorry, my bad.
All good, all good. I mean, when you inted, I was very happy. I like jumped out of my chair, and then you just got the kill right after, and I was like, oh, come on.
No, okay. So can I have context on that play?
Sure.
I am just terrible at math. So I think corki E rank 1 is 50, corki Q is 60. And for some reason, I thought it was 100 mana. And I had like 105 mana, so I'm like, okay, if I flash forward against the Tristana W, and I land Q, and he doesn't flash Q because he didn't flash the Q, I'm going to kill him with E, and I'll have enough damage. Because I've played a lot of 1v1s in that matchup. I know it like very, very close to that. But then I'm just the dumbest person alive, and I can't do math. So I go in, and it's 110 mana, not 100 mana. So then I just go in like suicide, and I look like an idiot because I'm flashing forward.
All right. I guess that does add a little bit of context.
So
who are you?
It's a good play. I'm just bad at math.
All right. Who are you 1v1ing? Is it another teammate or like a different member from a team?
Last split, I tried to 1v1 a bunch of LCS mids, and then I, for the most part, would. Recently, it's just been a little bit of roamer, and then watching just a lot of like matchups and stuff. And then I've also played that matchup a decent amount in solo queue because I mean those champions are like the best champions on the patch. So I played that side, and I feel like I know it very, very well.
All right, and Romer's your academy mid laner, so yeah, I'm just gonna pretend like those games didn't happen. I'm not gonna talk about them. You're playing 100 Thieves next.
Yeah.
The pulse on 100 Thieves is very strange. Before the split started, everyone thought that they were gonna be like 5th, 6th, like bottom 4. They didn't have much faith in them, and then they smacked NRG. People are like, oh my god, 100 Thieves are real. And then NRG loses again, like maybe 100 Thieves suck because you guys lost the Dignitas. So what's your vibe check on 100 Thieves? Are they like a contender for like top 3?
I think if you, to be honest, I think the only way 100 Thieves can win games is just by like finger checking teams. Like, you know, if Sniper like randomly gets a solo co top lane because he's generally very good in lane, or if Quid finds like a very clutch play because he's a very clutch player. But like in all reality, there's a zero pressure team. Like it just feels like you're playing a solo queue game against them. So if you don't just do stupid shit and just play the game slow, you're eventually going to win. I don't think they're all that good. I think in all reality, they're like them, NRG, and Shopify are like the 3 worst teams in the league right now.
All right, I heard them and NRG and IMT. I think you said.
I should have stopped there. I should have stopped there. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. No, I respect the honesty. You know, and it kind of shows in the standings too. So it is what it is. You guys, like, you're probably the freshest player on like. Actually, no. There's Meech and Masu. Okay, but you're relatively fresh, and Team Liquid plays macro really well, like at a world-class level. And no other NA team even comes close. But you're like relatively new, and it's his first split here in NA. I know he played in LCK before. Jan isn't that experienced. Where do you guys get all this like strategy and leadership?
Well, I think a lot of it is due to Spawn, Core, and Impact. Like in all reality, as a team, I think we try so fucking hard, like so hard. We're in the office at like 10 a.m. every day. Most times we're leaving past midnight, and even past scrims, we're just like talking with each other about what we think is going wrong. We'll constantly just have team dinners and we'll like point out like, hey, I don't like what you're doing here. You know, I was flamed for side laning a little bit earlier in the scrims, so I adjusted how I play side laning, and just yeah, like we're constantly very open with ourselves, and we're very cognizant of things we don't like within our team. And then yeah, I think it's just like an overall effort thing. Like I'll be honest, I don't really talk to many of the other teams, so I'm kind of speaking blind here. But I feel like we try significantly harder than every other LCS team right now.
All right, the Team Liquid's an anomaly for me because I've been watching the sport, this like LCS, for I think like 10 years now, maybe 11, and every time, well, MSI started in like 2015, but regardless, we would send teams to Worlds, send teams to MSI. They would supposedly level up, and then they would come back, and they would be on a slump. They'd never really return back to form. Like they couldn't maintain it, and you guys are back, and it seems like you've actually shored up a bunch of mistakes that you were making at MSI. Like you actually are keeping form. So, for the sake of NA, like what are you guys doing different? Because I feel like no other NA team has figured that out.
Well, I think a large part of it was we didn't mental boom at MSI. It was definitely getting close, and there was like points. I don't know if you watched Squad at all.
I did,
but there was
yeah.
points where I was getting really angry at my team for like very stupid shit that was going on. I was like, why the fuck is this even allowed to be in our scrim games? Like we have to do better. But then, I mean, I think we just have a very good team environment, and we're very open to ourselves. So we didn't mental boom at MSI, and then we just took all of our learnings. And now coming back to NA, it just feels like even though we're not getting punished in scrims nearly as bad as we were at MSI to the world-class teams, we're still very cognizant of what the world-class teams were able to do. So I think that's how we're keeping our form, is a way to put it. Like, I guess a good way to put it is we're just shadowboxing. Like, in a lot of the games, we'll say, like, the enemy team will do some dumb shit, and then we'll go, even though we won this play out, we don't actually like how we played this play. Because if they were better players, if this is Genji is going to do this to us, and then we're going to go down 500,000 gold, whatever the play is. So then we talk about it just in like a shadowboxing sense. Even if, we're scrimming some of the noobs in LCS and they're just doing stupid stuff.
How do you keep that intensity? Like, I know you're saying you're working so hard, but after a while, it's really hard to maintain that level of intensity.
I think it's just we were not happy with how our MSI run ended. Because in already, I think we know that we could have done better, even though, like, I think our MSI run was okay, but I think we know as a team we could have done a lot better. Like, we could have even made finals in that tournament. So I think there's just a lot of hope, and then the hope just gives us so much motivation to come back to NA, work as hard, or like even harder work as hard or even harder than Spring Split, and then just go into Worlds like as just a world-class team.
Okay, so it's a lot of like regret, but also motivation and hunger, it sounds like. All right, I got a game to play with you. I don't know if you use TikTok at all, but it's like a TikTok trend where I ask you to rate like these players, the LCS, LPL, like all over the world. But you have to rate them 1 through 5. I'll give you one, and then you rate them, and then I give you the next one. So you're kind of doing this a little blind.
Okay.
All right, and they're randomly generated. So I'll start here. The first player.
Isn't it LCS players, all players?
Yeah, all players. Some retired. Like it's
Okay.
everyone. All right.
I'm not that good on retired players, so I'll do my best.
Which is funny. I think I don't remember who I asked, but he was like, I don't even know who that player is. All right, first one is Mickey X.
Dude, Mickey's good. 2. I don't think if there's like who knows? Maybe I get Faker. You have to put Faker 1, but I'll put 2. Mickey's good.
All right, next is Wild Turtle.
5.
5. Oh man. All right, next is Chovy.
1.
All right, next player is Cody-san.
4.
4. And lastly, we got Scout.
3.
Yeah, not a bad list.
Pretty fair list.
Yeah, I think Speak ended up putting Faker 5 because that was the only one left. So
yeah, that's what I was worried about. I was worried about is get just the GOAT. I had to put him like 4th or 3rd.
Yeah, no, your list was actually pretty reasonable. I think there's only 2 people who've had reasonable lists so far, and you're one of them, so not bad. All right, Do you have any words to say to any of the Shopify fans that you crushed their hearts?
I'm sorry. It is
Uh,
not looking good for Shopify. I'm sorry.
all right, fair enough. And any words to the Team Liquid fans who are happy that you crushed the hearts of Shopify fans?
Um, I think today's games were, at least game two was very sloppy. I think we kind of just got bored and we eased up a little bit compared to game one. But yeah, I'm excited for the rest of regular season. I'm excited for the playoffs. That eventually will happen. I have no clue when playoffs are and going into Worlds. So yeah, I think we're doing very solid in scrims. We're all working our asses off. Yeah, if you guys ever want to buy into the hype train, probably now is the best time to buy into the hype train.
All right, all aboard the hype train. Thank you for your time.
Of course.
All right, bye. Yeah, those games happened. Not too happy about what happened, but I was actually okay. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. I was this close to messaging like Riot and being like the LCS, and I don't want to do the interview. Like I don't want to interview APA. Not because I hate APA. I'm actually an APA fan. I watch the stream often and whatnot. But it's just I'm on his Discord. But like what happened to Shopify was like heartbreaking. Um, I can get a very passionate fan, and yeah, that was it's pretty sad. You'll see the Bevo interview; it should come out in a couple days. I tried to be, I tried not to flame, but like, yeah, when you lose the way you lose game one, it's not that the greatest of games. And obviously, I'm a fan of B-Boy, so I don't think I did anything wrong. But either way, hopefully, I know I made some deprecating jokes about Shopify and whatnot, and like you broke our hearts and whatnot. What can I say? Thank you guys so much for helping me hit 2,000 subscribers. I do want to do some sort of celebration. Not sure what yet. So if you have any ideas, let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe button because there are a lot of people who watch but aren't subscribed. If you're a Team Liquid fan, you should be on the hype train, as APA said. And then last thing is I started. Let me bring this. It's completely random. Recently, I've started talking about what books I'm reading. I had started. This is the fourth book of Game of Thrones. I didn't watch the show. I watched the first episode and I was like, oh my, didn't really get into it. I know like once you watch a few more episodes, you can get into it. But I did read the first three books. I'm like 80 pages into the fourth book. It's not bad so far. I know a lot of people say the fourth book is like the slowest one, and don't want to give any spoilers, so I'm not gonna talk about anything. But not even done with the Hunger Games book. I jump around between books a lot. If you're interested in books, let me know. And yeah, we'll see what I'm gonna do for the 3 week break. There's like a long break between what is it? This week 3 and week 4. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing exactly. I have some cool, fun ideas, but I'll keep you guys updated, and I will see you guys next time.